Okay, here we are, running with the horses, part two. All right, Break Chains family. We're still on Running with the Horses, part two. Now we're going to talk about the red horse. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Revelations chapter 6 and verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard about I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Okay, so in Revelation chapter 6, so we already went and talked about the first seal, which was the white horse, and what that power is and where that's coming from and what the white horse actually represents, because there's different narratives about the white horse, and it was very important that we spent a lot of time and we looked at a lot of scripture to confirm the identity of the horseman or the man or the person or what that white horse represents. Now I would say for the red horse, as well as the other horses, there's really not a lot of interpretation. So these videos are probably going to be a lot shorter and they may be combined. But it's pretty, the red horse is, there's really not much debate about that, right? It says that the horse was red, and it was power was given to him that's not on there to take the peace from the earth. So that means causing what's the opposite of peace? That's strife, right? Um, there's a lot of division, and there's not a lot of togetherness, right? I don't think I need to really break down what a peace means, but that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So we see that that is happening in this world. I mean, we have the Ukraine and the Russian war, and then we have stuff in the United States. I don't know what's going on in the rest of the world. Okay, be real, keeping it real. I'm just going to focus on the United States right now, recent things, because I could go into Africa, but honestly, in Africa, that stuff has been going on for a minute now. Um, and I don't want to be insensitive and be like, I don't care about Africa. I'm just not that well versed, and I'm not that educated to really go to dive deep into it, because God has not called me to do so. It's not that I have anything against Africans per se or against Africa. I'm not one of them that thinks, oh, well, Africa's getting what they deserve because of, them not worshiping and having these idols. No, I'm not on that train. I'm not on that bus. Um, I just, that's not something I've given a lot of time to, and that's not something that God has me focus on. But since I do live in the United States and I am more privileged or more privy to that, what goes on here in my own homeland, I can talk about those things. So, um, I want to say last year, it may have passed this year, last year, but there was a law that passed in Illinois where basically you were going to be able to murder people and get away with it. Long story short, if you want to like get like the gist of it or get a more formal breakdown of it, you can Google it yourself and look into it. But that's what it is. Like the purge, it's basically the purge law, and people were like freaking out about it because they're like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? And if it passes in one state, it's only a matter of time it's going to pass in other states. That's just how it works, right? And it's basically setting, the devil is definitely setting the stage of what's to come. It's very important to know what's coming because they're going to give you clues and context of that. There is a debate. There is a debate about all these celebrities wearing red. If you notice for some months now, you see even with the Super Bowl, we saw Rihanna red. We saw Shirley Ralph wear red. We've seen a lot of these celebrities wearing a bunch of red. The Grammys, Sam Cooke performing red keeps is a common theme. Now, there's one argument that they were in red because it's representing the red horse and what's getting ready to happen. The other argument is that basically in a Luciferian church or satanic church or somewhere that's not of God, in the occult, whenever they are over a ceremony or whenever someone is partaking in one of those ceremonies, they're wearing all red. It could rep or it could be both because those two things, the Super Bowl performances, as well as the Super Bowl itself, as well as the Grammys and these award shows, those are just one big ceremonies. Those are ceremonies. Those are one. They are they tell you it's a ceremony, and they're not telling you what's a ceremony for. Those are basically just worship services. Like, how Christians have conferences? Well, in the occult, these ceremonies and war shows are just those. They're big worship services for Satan. Okay? If y'all really think that they're doing this stuff to be funny or just for shock value, I can't help you. You really need to pray and open your eyes and ask for discernment. Okay? If these people are not showing or producing the fruits of the spirits that's telling you what power that they are tapping into, I know that's hard for some of y'all to hear. Y'all attached to these people you love, you grew up on it. I get it. I went through that. I grieved it. I get it. Okay, but I ain't got time to play. They haven't been as focused on the Will Smith and Chris Rock slap. Oh my gosh, that was the fakest slap I ever seen in my life, and I'm so glad. Look at YouTube, and you can look up Cat Williams talking about that. He finally told the truth, and I'm like, thank you. Someone finally just kept it 100% real. That was so fake. First of all, Will Smith is a 6'1". He weighs over 200 pounds. Chris Rock is like what, 5'10", and he's like what, a buck 50 when soaking wet. You're gonna tell me that that Will Smith slapped, I'm gonna say Chris Brown, see where I'm at, Chris Rock, and he didn't fall, he didn't stumble, he didn't do anything. And then if you see him right before he comes up, he actually leans into the slab. It's like he puts his hands behind his back and as if he's leaning into it. They're both smiling and laughing the whole time. I mean, y'all really thought that was real? I seen realer slaps in WWE. Like, I mean, when I was watching it was WWF, but I'm telling my age. But yeah, like I seen realer slaps in wrestling. Like, are y'all serious? That wasn't a real slap. First of all, if he got slapped like that, my mama, you know, God rest her soul, my mama, okay, was in the grave waiting for Jesus to come back. My mama, when I was 9, so she was in her late 40s, right? 5'3", 5'4" at best. Okay, I'm being very generous. Was able to slap me out of a chair. Okay, and friends, there's nothing small about me. Um, and it left a print on my face. You telling me a 6'1", muscle bound man slapped another man, and there was no print on his face. There was no markings. There was no face swap. There was nothing. He looked untouched. And then Chris Rock is from the hood, and he was bullied. He know when a behind whooping is coming. You you think someone gonna be? He's like, oh well, he was caught off guard. He did. No, 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 no. He's been on this world long enough to know when someone's coming up and they want smoke. Okay, I'm speaking for black people. I'm black. I can say this. Okay, black people, when someone is coming up with us, we throw our setup like, whoa, 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 wait, wait, what you trying to do? We not going to lean into that person, put our hands behind their back. Someone could say, oh, they're trying to be smart. No, 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 no. You're trying to hear what they. No, 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 no. Okay, listen. Okay, there's no way you just get slapped like that and on national television. You're just like, oh wow, this is crazy. Oh, and then you got to see too. You see that Chris Rock is thriving. He has getting all these millions of dollars and all these deals. Like, come on. Come on, y'all. Y'all can't be this. Come on, y'all can't be this naive, please. And I'm not trying to talk about nobody. I ain't trying to make you feel bad, but come on, y'all can't be this naive. Y'all can't get wrapped up in this stuff. When I saw the slap, I said that was the fakest slap I've ever seen in my life. Really? These people are actors. They know how to make stuff right. And if you look at certain pictures or angles, you can see a camera. You can see like a cameraman where he's at an angle where you could see if it actually landed. If you notice, none of the video footage, none of the photos actually show the slap actually landing on his face. And you know what those award shows? They have cameras at every angle. Y'all, come on. Come on. We just saw the greatest skit being played out on us. Greatest slit. It's a great distraction. Great distraction. Fantastic of what's really going on. Kudos to you. There are more important things than about that song on slap, which is this, right? All these stuff. And then we see like in Mississippi they're trying to enact some Jim Crow laws. In Florida they're doing some things too. We see that they're setting the stage for it. Now, so being that as you can see in Zechariah, I wanted to put the passage here for reference and not just say from my mouth. It doesn't say specifically like the white horse and the other horses where those horses they went to and where they're going to be arising from. So in my mind, if there's not a specific place that these red horses are going or where they say they're going to come from, that sounds to me, just using, taking an educated guess, that this is something that's going to be worldwide. This is not just going to be something. Well, all these plagues are not going to be isolated, but you get what I'm saying. Like with the white horse, we know where that's coming from. We know what power that's coming from. Whereas this is going to be like something that's more so worldwide. It's a more so not a like it's not going to be one thing specifically, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I just want us to be very wary and careful of that and pay attention. Read the news, people. Watch the news in small doses, of course. You don't want to watch it a lot and read it a lot because then you can fall into depression and have mental health issues. Just intake enough where you can handle it, but not so much where it overwhelms you and it puts you in a negative headspace. I would say once you receive the information, pray about it, read the word, and ask God how you can or how He can prepare you for what's going to come. Okay, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope it gave you a little bit more insight or just maybe gave you a little bit of knowledge. This one was kind of a light one. The next two videos are going to be definitely a lot heavier. I might do it the same day, so you might see me in the same getup in the next video. I don't know, probably because procrastination is like my middle name. So like if I could procrastinate, I'm like, why do today what you can put off tomorrow? Like that's my mantra. That's my motto. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, follow whichever platform you're on. Just do all those good things. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm probably going to do each horses separately because I feel like there's a lot to unpack in those two horses, or I might do them together. I don't know. It's whatever the spirit has led. I'm not going to do like a one-on-one. I'm not going to be talking about personal stuff or what I did in this video. This was kind of like, give you a little testimony of where I'm at, where I've been at, and what's going on with me now. I think the next two videos are going to be more so like just me getting straight to the point. Hopefully, you're watching for a while and you know me personally, I can talk, I can babble, so I'm going to try my best to stay on topic. Anywho, love you guys. Take care. Oh, happy Sabbath in advance. Bye.